Man, oh man, the Cleveland Browns saga continues. Fresh off of firing Kevin Stefanski, there seems to be head coaching candidates that will not interview and have no real interest in joining the Cleveland Browns as a head coach due to GM Andrew Berry not being fired. They feel like it's not going to work. They want to be able to pick their guys and make their moves if their career is going to be on the line as head coaches. We have to get into this story. Welcome to Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel, hit that bell notification, and hype the video. Let's get right into what Shaun King had to say on UCSS. This was kind of jarring information, and when he said it, it does make sense. Like, a new coach wants to be able to come in, pick his quarterback, pick his guys, and all of these things. And if Andrew Berry, who has been there for 6 years and has had 2 winning seasons, if they don't feel that he can do the job to help them win games and keep their job secure as well, they might not be interested in coming to Cleveland. Let's get into what Shaun King had to say.
Sense of urgency that has to exist in 2026. And the first thing that I have to address is the delusion that exists when it comes to the Cleveland Browns. The organization is broke.
Yes.
When the house and the home has issues, it's got asbestos on one side, the pool has brown water in it, the front yard is overgrown. Sometimes you got to knock everything down in order to build a mansion. So this conversation that Andrew Berry, who's been there 6 years, only 2 winning seasons, 8-26 in the last 2 years. No matter what you think about the good in last year's draft, he drafted Dylan Gabriel in the 3rd round. That brings the draft down to a C. Like, what are we talking about? Oh, well, whoever comes in, they're going to have to keep Jim Schwartz. The organization is terrible. You're not going to dictate to the right coach. Like, there are other jobs available. The Giants are available. The Falcons are available. The Titans are available. The Cardinals are available. The Raiders are available. Like, Cleveland, get out of your own way. What has Andrew Berry done to tell the right head coach, not a head coach, that I'm going to have final say, but you get some input? You can come here, but you got to keep Jim Schwartz. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, he does have a point. As much as I love Jim Schwartz, I think he's a hell of a defensive coordinator. I think it will be wise for a coach to come in and keep him, but they're going to want autonomy to pick their own coaching staff. And if Andrew Berry is going to have the final say in all of this, a lot of guys are going to be like, I'm good. I'll go elsewhere where I actually get to make decisions.
It's not like Tony Dungy just retired in Indy and we got Peyton Manning sitting here. Like, I'm going to inherit a Deshaun Watson, Shedeur. I'm going to inherit a team that I don't think has a starting caliber offensive lineman under contract.
Damn.
And you're going to dictate to me the terms of this? Like, I'm pouring reality into the segment today. This is not a destination job. Stop acting like it.
Shaun King is on one. Shaun King, you cooking, my boy. You kind of cooking, I ain't gonna lie.
You want the right guy. And by the right guy, I mean the right guy is not going to take a job as this one currently construed. Think about all the jobs Ben Johnson turned down before he took the Bears job. Like, if you want the right coach, that got to get out the way.
That's it. I mean,
best segment we've ever done.
That
Thanks,
was
Shaun.
the best rant in the history of the show. Shaun nailed it 100%. 100%. It's a I went nuts yesterday that they kept Andrew Berry and that fans thought he deserved to have another year. It's crazy. And how about Jimmy Haslam saying, I take exception with the fact that you call the organization dysfunctional?
And Andrew Berry seems like a good guy.
Probably is.
All I'm saying, guys, is he limits the pool of candidates by him remaining as the GM.
Wow. Man, I hope y'all listening to this, man. Shaun King talking that talk right now. He has relationships. He's a former NFL quarterback. He knows the end. He's in a lot of these organizations, has connections inside. He's not just getting up here blowing smoke. I know he's smoking a cigar, but he's not just up here blowing smoke, y'all.
That's right.
Because now, if you're the right coach, you have to fully 100% believe in Andrew Berry. And he's been there 6 years, guys. So when you look at the makeup of the roster, this is his team.
You're right. And Sean, plus, as we talked about earlier, and you.
Well, everybody else is mad at me now. They don't
Yeah.
want
We're gonna let you get your
ahead.
money.
Yeah.
But here's what I will say. I always tell this, Sean.
I love it.
These jobs don't come around once, but every once in a while. You may be one of them candidates that can pick and choose where you want to go. You could be one of them dudes, but you also might be a dude that understand you ain't gonna get that many opportunities. And so you look at the job.
So let me stop you right. So let me stop you right there, G. Bush.
Okay.
Because some of the names I've heard, Robert Saleh went to the Jets, dysfunctional. He's not going what he knows is probably his last opportunity to be a head coach into dysfunction. Brian Flores, dysfunctional in Miami. He stood on the table, said, I don't want Tua as my quarterback. Right?
He was right.
Who looks like they had the right opinion today and who doesn't? Brian Flores is not leaving Minnesota and Kevin O'Connell to go to a dysfunctional destination. That was the point of my whole thing. Most of the guys on that list have already failed. Cliff Kingsbury, who y'all mentioned, already failed in Arizona, dysfunction.
Yeah.
So they're looking for a stabilizing situation because they know this is probably their last opportunity. So it's not about getting the bag. It's not about the prestige of being an NFL head coach. It's about, I got to win. So I got to go where I know it's right. And I think Cleveland can be right, but Cleveland got to get out of Cleveland way. It seems like there's still a strong sentiment in the building that we know what we're doing. And obviously you don't.
Yeah. That's right. Well said.
I will say this.
Damn, I ain't, man. Man, Sean King is on to something, y'all. I whether you like this is the information you wanted to hear or not. He is on to something. There are going to be head coaches who don't have interest because they feel like Andrew Berry has final say in all of these things, and he has not shown that with his final say he wins games, and that's just the truth of the matter.
The reason I say I like what he said in terms of the quarterback situation was, he said, look, man, we don't know who our head coach is going to be. We don't know exactly who it's going to be, but I can't sit up here and tell a person they're going to handpick and we're going to tell you who to pick at quarterback, and then you come in here and can't look at nothing and say, well, I want this decision. The Cleveland Browns, if they do want to coach, they do have to be collaborative, and that person has to have some sort of say-so in what is happening in the building. I agree completely with that. But what I will say is this. It's somebody that's going to, if it's 1 of 32, there may be some people that won't take the job, but there will be some people that look at it and say, I got 2 first-round picks. I got some things I can do defensively, and I want to sit in front of you and look at you eye to eye and say, what is the plan? How we going to move? And this is what I bring to the table. Now, it's up to you to sit up in there in that table and say, either I like it or I don't, I'm going to pass on it. But there will be a lot of people, and Andrew Berry's job is going to have to be, if he's going to pick a guy, he's going to have to convince some people that it ain't going to be an issue. That's what the interview process is about. Now, we'll ask you this question. In this case, would you prefer a defensive-minded head coach or offensive-minded guy or a coordinator in terms of your head coach, or do you not have a preference?
I don't have a preference because the right fit is the right fit. It's like saying I'm looking for a wife, but I only want her to be 6 foot plus, be a former collegiate athlete that was at least a first team All-American, but have no kids. You know what I mean? Like the right candidate is the right.
That's how internet.
And that is where the Cleveland Browns lie right now. There's gonna be top candidates that don't have interest in this job simply because Andrew Berry is there, and the dysfunction throughout the organization over the years. But we will see what happens. Hopefully we get the right head coach in there to work with Shedeur Sanders that believes in 12 like we do, and we'll see how it plays out. Get down in the comments. Let me know what y'all think. This is Keep the Vision. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, share the channel.